Hi, I'm Linda Salazar. I'm a speaker and a relationship coach. And I got to tell you, I've been doing relationship work for a really long time. And there's two things I know for certain. One, relationships are important. And two, they can be challenging. But I have found something that has made my client's life so much easier, and mine as well. You see, we are all one of four emotional styles, and sometimes a combination: the big heart, the romantic idealist, the passionate, and the hermit. So the question is, how in the world do you determine which emotional style you are? Well, believe it or not, it's sitting right here in your hands.
What I want to share with you now is why your relationships can be a struggle in certain areas. It has to do with your emotional style. You see, your emotional style is how you give your love authentically and how you most naturally want to receive love. Now, the good news is, by the time you are out of here tonight, you are going to know your emotional style intimately because it is sitting right here on your hands. Take a look. There's a line at the top of your palm. Go ahead, don't be shy, and if you bend your hands just a little, you'll be able to see it more clearly. The line is at the top of your palm. It starts under your pinky, and it travels across the hand, ending anywhere from the middle finger all the way over to the index finger. It can be curved or it can be straight. There are 4 heart lines that determine your emotional style. So let's dive in and learn all about them. So as that hermit, you are going to show your love more by the things that you do than verbally expressing yourself or even being overly physical with someone. The hermit needs sanctuary time. Yes, I know, we all need our sanctuary time, but this is a non-negotiable for the hermit. And when the hermit is able to say to their loved ones, hey, I need to go into my cave and I need to be left alone for a while. I do not want to be disturbed unless somebody is bleeding. I see people are starting to nod their head, or going to the hospital. Then you can get in touch with me. Are you relating to this? You are. Well, listen to this and see if you relate to this part of it. As a hermit, when you're in a difficult conversation or even an argument, you need to take off if you don't understand what you're feeling inside. You need to marinate with those feelings. You need to understand what you are feeling before you can comfortably express yourself. So you can imagine what a challenge that is, and the friction that can be caused when you're with somebody who says, nope, let's get this done right here, right now. Hermits don't operate that way. What I have seen from time to time with the women that I work with, who are the passionate, emotional style, have a difficult time wearing those clothes. You see, the passionate is fiery. The passionate can be gregarious. The passionate doesn't want to be bored. And the passionate will take care of their needs first and foremost, but they expect you to take care of your needs as well. So you can imagine how challenging it is for women to do that. And when that happens, they end up playing the role of another emotional style just because it's more comfortable for them. So as you look up at that screen, and you're looking at the picture of the hand with the big heart line, and you compare it to your hand, how many of you in here think you are the big heart? Raise your hands. Okay, that's a whole lot of big hearts we got going on. But I want to make sure that this is really true for you. So here's the description. The big heart is caring, they are giving, they are great listeners. They truly want to help you with your problems. They're going to say, put your head on my shoulder, we'll figure this out. And they need connection. They need connection like the hermit needs sanctuary time. They need connection like the passionate needs to take care of themselves above all else. The romantic idealist is so considerate. They think about how they feel. But you might not know that because they need to feel safe and comfortable with you before they're going to reveal their deepest feelings. They love deep, meaningful conversations. But the thing they struggle with is conflict. Look you're shaking your head and smiling. Are you relating to this? Yeah. What is your name? Karen. Karen, would you be willing to play with me for a moment? Just right from your seat. Great. Thank you so much. Karen, you're relating to this, so you feel like the romantic idealist. Okay. Imagine this. You are out with a bunch of girlfriends, and you're all deciding what movie you're going to see and then where you're going to go to dinner after the movie. Everybody's coming up with great ideas, but Karen is being very quiet about the whole thing until one of her friends recognizes that she is being quiet. So they simply say, Karen, what's up? What do you want to do? Now, what's running through Karen's mind is this. Okay, I've seen all those movies. I don't want to see them twice. And I'm allergic to shellfish. So the idea of a seafood restaurant, not my first choice. But what actually comes out of her mouth is something like this. You know what? I'm good with whatever you guys think, because she does not want to create waves and she doesn't want the conflict. You got it. Yeah, you're feeling it, I can tell, because you're smiling and shaking your head. That's what happens. So when you know your emotional style, and you know the emotional style of the people who are most important to you in your life, your relationships are going to go to the next level. I'm excited for you if you're not excited yet, because I know the potential of this. But here's the deal. You have to do the work to make sure that you are being your most authentic emotional style. Or are you being too much or too little of it, as we discussed earlier? Are you swinging between the pendulum, left, right side, too much, too little? And if you are, then you need to figure out what you need to do to get you to that just right place.
I am so grateful that the information about the various emotional styles has come into my life, especially because it has allowed my clients to become more compassionate, understanding, and patient with the people in their life. I have never been more excited about reaching the masses and being able to teach them about their emotional styles. One thing I know for certain, you are driven by your heart. And luckily, your heart is in your hands.